Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome. I'm so excited for this. We've just got a minute to go, so I'll let you get settled while I set up my screen. It's so beautiful to connect with everybody here today, and of course in the replay later. So if you're watching later, it's going to be the same energy. Now, just give me a moment to get my screen set up, and I'm really excited to start this session with you. So this has just felt so beautiful, this build up to the Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith, Divine Relationships Attunement. And I'm hearing from so many of you in email and comments on social media, and I can say the same thing, that this is divine and perfect timing in so many ways. So I'm really looking forward to the healing energy that's coming through from the archangels today. And my full intention is for you to receive the healing that you need, the messages and guidance that you most need from the angels, in whatever way it is meant to come. But what we are focusing on today is the purpose is to clear you and heal you and lift up your vibration when it comes to relationships. And when we're talking about relationships, it's not just love and romance, it's your friendships, your work colleagues, your family relationships, and also the relationship with yourself and the one with the divine and your guides and angels as well. So as we're doing this clearing of lower energies, accumulated fear, stress, hurt, heartache, grief, anything that is sitting in your energy and is in some way impacting you in a negative way. You don't lose the love, you don't lose the blessings and the lessons from those relationships. You just release the harsh lower energy that you might be holding on to, and from this lifetime and any other lifetime if it's relevant right now. And as you do that, that creates a beautiful ripple effect through your present life. And also, obviously, whenever we do this light work and this healing work, it has a ripple effect through your family and your ancestry, but also to the world. And it's always my intention that the light and healing from these sessions ripples out to where it is needed in the world, because you do make a difference with everything that you do. I know so many of you are healers and light workers and psychics and helpers in your own life, and that you're already sending that beautiful light out. So this is support for you, and it's part of your ascension journey as well to, in this moment, release what needs to go. And I think it's really, it's a powerful moment astrologically. We just had the full moon and the eclipse and all the things that are going on, and also personally in your life, this has come at the right time. So before we go any further, let's make an intention and just get grounded before we move forward. And I've already invoked the archangels, but I'll invoke them again so that you can feel their presence for you as it's meant to appear right now. So if you'd like to just make yourself comfortable, make your back straight, however you're sitting or laying down, it doesn't matter. And just make sure that your ankles are uncrossed, unless you're sitting in the yogic lotus position. That's okay. And if you want to close your eyes and take a deep breath, and just visualize yourself right now encased in a beautiful column of divine source white light surrounding your body from head to toe, and reconnecting you with your source energy and with your soul, your higher self. And take a deep breath and just intend to let go of anything from outside this moment. If you've been rushing or busy doing other things, let it go. Let go of any tension. Notice in your body if you're holding on to anything, and use your breath to let go. And as this divine light surrounds you, it strengthens right now, and your awareness of it is becoming stronger. It's energizing you. It's protecting you. And it's gently cleansing, clearing you. And as you reconnect with it, I just want you to imagine that the crown chakra at the top of your head, that energy center, just opens like a flower to the light. And as you breathe, the crown chakra begins to receive the light source energy into your chakra system, into your body, physical and energetic. Let yourself receive this beautiful, nurturing, nourishing, healing, wisdom, light, the energy that you need for everything in your life. And draw it down. And we're just going to gently go through the energy centers. We're not going to focus heavily on them, as we're going to do more of that later in the guided soul journey. So just as you breathe, intend to draw the light down through as a column through your body. So through your crown chakra, down into the center of your head, into your third eye or brow chakra. Making a column of light down into your throat, opening the throat chakra, into your heart center, activating the heart chakra, breathing again and drawing it down into your solar plexus, down into your sacral, the navel area, and into your base chakra at the bottom of your spine. And now send this column of light down into the floor, into the earth underneath your feet. And imagine it making a pool of light beneath your feet or beneath your body if you're sitting on the floor or laying down. Activating your earth star chakra. Now send it like a tree root into the earth, deep into the center of the earth, where there is a beautiful red rock or crystal with your name etched upon it. And wrap that energy root around 3 times around that crystal or rock. And as you feel the earth energy begin to come up through that tree root, through the column of light into your body, and you feel connected to source, to heaven, and to the earth. As the energies mingle, and then you're going to send the energy outward. Imagine it going in front of you, either side, behind you, as a beautiful column. Let that spread out and encase your energy and body. And as you do that, I'm going to ask for and invite the presence of the guardian angels. As your guardian angels are always with you, but they're making their energy clearer and louder right now so that you can become aware of them in your auric field with you. Thank you, guardian angels, for being with us, for helping each person to receive exactly what they most need to receive today, according to divine will and their highest good. And I ask to invite the presence of Archangel Michael and his band of mercy angels. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being with us, for making your presence known loud and clear. Thank you for bringing with you the blue ray and your sword of flaming light to transmute, heal, and clear all lower energies. Thank you for protecting this session and each and every person during the session, and for bringing about the highest healing possible today. And I ask for and invite the presence of Archangel Faith. Thank you, Archangel Faith, for being with us. Thank you for also bringing the blue ray, your shield of faith, and all the wisdom, guidance, and healing you have for us today. So just breathe and just notice how your energy shifts a little bit as each archangel steps forward to be with you. And knowing that they can be with each of us at the same time. They're multidimensional beings. They're not physical beings. And you can welcome them in your own way. And set your intention. What do you most want to receive? What do you most want to release and heal? And I ask for a dome of protective light over this session, that all energy that is released today be transmuted immediately to the light. And let us be protected psychically, physically, emotionally, mentally, and in all ways. Let the light from this session be spread across the world and go to where it is most needed. Let each person step fully into their power with faith, wisdom, and love. And so it is. So just making sure that you're feeling grounded and protected in the beautiful violet dome of light that is over us virtually, is also over you individually, should you request it. And that's just energetic protection for the session. And I always make sure that any energies that anyone releases during the session go out, up and out, and they don't stay, so that we're cleansed, cleared immediately. So if you want to write down your intentions, you can do that, or just hold it in your mind and heart. And we'll move forward. I'll just go back to sharing the screen for a little bit. Thank you so much for that beautiful energy that you bring to this. I really love this. So welcome to the Divine Relationships Attunement with Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith. And I know that you were drawn to this session for a reason, right? Even if you don't quite know what it is, there is something for you here. And the healing that you're going to get today is, we're not just releasing the fear, the pain, the cords, the energy that you've absorbed from upsetting experiences, negative experiences, experiences that have seemed to not serve you, but you're also releasing any accumulated energy that you've absorbed in the last few months. So that's going to really help you to move forward, especially as an empath and a sensitive. You might find sometimes that you do sometimes take on the energy of others, or you find it difficult to discern between your energy and other people's. And so this, even if you're really good at energy protection, sometimes it just happens, and that's okay. You're not supposed to be a perfect angel. That's not what you're here for. You're living in this duality of fear and love. And sometimes you're gonna feel that fear. And that's part of why you're incarnated. It's part of your journey. But you don't have to hold on to it. And so we're going to be helping you releasing it. And the accumulated fear and trauma and stress and heartache can sometimes impact you in ways that have an ongoing effect. So you might feel, if you feel like your heart's been broken, or you've been through something hard, you might feel it's changed you, but not for the better. Maybe it's made you close your heart. Maybe you feel a lack of trust towards people. Maybe there is something else, you've a lack of confidence or self-worth through how someone else has treated you. And the angels want you to know that when you release the cords and the energy from those experiences, you release them and the effects that they have had on you. So you're not just clearing the problem, you're clearing how the problem has affected you. And that helps once that's transmuted. That's why I love working with the archangels and the angels, is that you return to this wholeness where you're not coming from a state of fear anymore. You're coming from a state of love. And that doesn't mean that you become you don't bring with you the lesson and you become naive, or you're not protected. You are protected. You're protected through love and through the right energy. And that means you can open your heart again and start to magnetize the relationships, and not just relationships, but the situations that you most want, because we all know that fear has a dulling effect on your energy, on the way you feel about things, on your intuition, and your ability to manifest. You know, when we give our power away through fear, we feel depleted in some way in our power, and so we don't necessarily always manifest our true worth and what we really want and need. We sometimes miscreate, and this is what the angels are helping you with today, which is what I'm really excited about. And of course, you know, the relationship part, they're so important to your well-being and your relationship with yourself and the divine. So what we're doing today is removing cords. And cords are energetic links. They're psychic links between you and any situation that has created you pain, fear, insecurity, any of those lower emotions that cause you to struggle. And when we're cutting cords, I want to reassure you that we cannot cut the cords of love. So even if you're cutting a cord to a current relationship, right? It might be your best friend or your partner or a colleague that you really like, but you've got a cord there from an incident or an argument or something that has happened that you just can't seem to let go of. You won't release the whole relationship if that relationship isn't ready to move on. You just cut the cord of fear, of insecurity, of pain, and that makes room for the relationship to blossom, your heart energy to flow again. So sometimes people worry that if they're cutting cords, they're gonna not be able to see that person again. And you know, that's really important to know, that we cannot cut the cords of love. The cords of love are eternal. So even if you've had a relationship with someone who's passed, or you have a relationship with someone that you no longer have in your life, the love from that relationship, the lessons and blessings that you gained, those are eternal. And that doesn't mean that you have to hang out with them or you have to bring them back in your life, or it means anything like that. It just means that the love isn't lost. That's the important part. That's the purpose, isn't it? The sacred purpose of relationships. And it's also the holding on to knowing that you are lovable, whole and complete as you are. You don't have to change. It's just the fear that has to be removed. So we're removing the cords, those energetic leashes. So you know you've got a cord because you can't get that situation, that person off of your mind, you know, in a negative way. So either that memory just keeps reoccurring for you, maybe not all the time, but maybe sometimes it just triggers. Maybe if you see a car that reminds you of that person, or you go past your old place of work and you remember how nasty the boss was. If that cord is still there, it will still trigger an emotional reaction and a feeling of heartache, sadness, anger, resentment, or whatever the emotion is inside of you. So I bet you can think right now of someone who you feel like you might have a cord with. So make that intention now, if you want to release that cord today with Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith, because that's what they're here for you for. And of course, sometimes there's cords there that we've buried that we think, oh yeah, I'm over that. But we're actually not. We've just found the emotion too difficult to handle. And so we push it away, and it manifests in other ways. Either we have relationships that remind us of that pain. Maybe if a person put you down a long time ago and you wonder, like, why do people always put me down? Just, you know, they don't even have to be important to you. It could be a waiter or someone that you meet, you know, accidentally. But it pulls that cord on that old wound. And so we're also releasing those cords today, which you'll be happy to hear. So let me know in the comments if you know. You don't have to tell me who it is, but if you get the feeling that you've got cords to someone or even a traumatic experience, and that is what's pulling the cord on you. We're also releasing hurt, residual pain and fear, and this can come in a few different ways. So sometimes if you're empathic like me, sensitive, sometimes you unconsciously take on the pain of the people around you, and that comes from a place of being a healer. You want that other person to be happy, you want them to be healed, and so you without thinking, almost, you just go, oh, give me that pain, I'll take it on and I'll stuff it somewhere in my energy field so that you don't have to feel it anymore. Sometimes you do that. You might have been doing that since you were a child if you're very sensitive, and that is easy to deal with. You can release it, and I will help you with that through the angels today. Also, just taking on things from what people have said to you, criticisms, judgments. You know, you might be telling yourself, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not clever enough, or I'm not a good singer or a good public speaker, because someone somewhere said that to you. Maybe a teacher, maybe maybe it was just said in jest, but you took it on, and that residual energy keeps repeating in your mind, and you've absorbed it as a truth. So you can release that. Also releasing heartache and pain, and the ways in which painful experiences in relationships sometimes can cause you to block off and distrust. And so you put a sort of a fear-based shield over your heart chakra, over your even over your throat chakra, afraid to speak or afraid to be in your power, over your solar plexus. So we'll be clearing all that residual energy and fear-based protection that you've put around you. You know, I think it's something that intuitive people do. You don't even have to identify as sensitive and empathic. Is that sometimes you're open, and so you're like, oh, I better close myself down a bit because I don't want to take on the pain of the world. Trauma from ex-partners, somebody says. Yeah, ending of a long-term relationship, cords to release. Yes, 3 people, right? Yeah, so you're already receiving that guidance, right? Through this healing, and with these archangels, you receive protection. Like we all love and Archangel Michael and adore Archangel Michael, right? Because he's the protection angel, and his protection is complete. It protects us from negativity and the ego energy of others. Because when people are attacking or being rude or critical or hurting you or betraying you, it's because they're coming from their own fear mind. And that doesn't mean you have to put up with it or that you have to keep it in your energy field. You need to let it go. So as you let it go, that strengthens your energy. Now, when I was meditating this morning, I asked Archangel Faith what her main message was for today. And she showed me 2 signs. One was a blue feather, like a beautiful, big, fluffy blue feather. So don't be surprised if you see a blue feather in the next few days. And she also showed me a little pin, like a brooch, in the shape of a shield, and it was blue and metallic. And she said the shield is the shield of faith, because when you release negative experiences and worry, and you have complete faith in yourself, in the universe, in the divine, that becomes a protection for you. Because when you're worried and fearful, and you go over past negative experiences and traumas, it makes you project your fears into the future, right? You don't have faith that things are going to turn out okay, because you say, well, hang on a minute, look what happened back there, right? So when you heal this and you embody true faith, and you borrow that from Archangels Faith and Michael, that then gives you protection, because you're not attracting low energies anymore, and you're not projecting them into your mind, that fear, which really does hold you back, doesn't it? If you're always thinking the worst is going to happen, or you don't think you're good enough and you don't think it's going to work out, you act differently than you would if you were in complete faith. I loved that when I received that this morning. So you're receiving a shield, which is protection from the ego energy of others, and also from your own fears. As I said before, you'll be undoing the effects of painful experiences and releasing the patterns. You know, sometimes we have patterns of fear that sabotage us, restoring you to wholeness and the experiences of divine unconditional love. And that, of course, makes you manifest on a whole new level. So you're manifesting what you do want on a relationship level and in all ways. So you can call on the angels daily. definitely. Yes. Hourly, if you want to, hourly. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about Archangel Faith, because it's not, she's not sort of known as well as Archangel Michael. And I'll tell you a little story as well. So when I first, all 12 of the monthly attunements for 2022 were organized in November of 2021, which is unusual for me, right? I don't usually do it, but because I did a package of them and because I wanted to get organized this year, I wanted to do them all ahead. So I sat down, meditated, and wrote down the names. And in previous years, I've only ever done one angel at a time. This year, sometimes we've been getting the twin flame angels. So Archangel Faith, or Archea Faith, also known as Michaela or Mary, is the divine feminine twin flame or counterpart to Archangel Michael. So when I planned this in November, I had no idea what was coming for my year. And this is just perfect timing. Now, as probably some of you or most of you know, I won't talk too much about it because you're probably fed up of it, but I went to England recently, just a few weeks ago, and spent time with a beautiful group of people. And we went to along the Archangel Michael ley line and went to sacred sites of England. And many of those ancient sacred sites were devoted to Archangel Michael. And we learned about the Archangel Michael ley line, which I'll show you in a second. And also where we went, there was dowsing, and we could tune into the energetic ley line. So there was the Archangel Michael ley line, and there was also the Mary line, which winds around. Now, when I was meditating for this event, the name Mary came through with Archangel Faith. Now, I had no idea of the ley line and Mary and all of that before I organized this event. And even before I went on the tour, through busyness and just because it had been cancelled a few times, I hadn't really looked deeply into what the tour contained. I knew we were going to certain sacred sites, and some of which, like Stonehenge, I was excited. And I knew who we were traveling with, of course, John Holland. So I was excited for that, but I hadn't studied too deeply. So it was all a surprise for me. So the fact that I've been doing that a few weeks ago, and then this is the next attunement, really just blew my mind, especially when Faith told me that her other name is Mary, one of her known names. So part of her work with you is to restore your faith. So tell me in the comments, if you have faith that everything's going to work out okay, and faith in yourself and the angels. And I know a lot of you, this is going to be a high number, and some of you it might not be, it doesn't matter. Think about it right now, like out of 10, how strong is your faith right now? Out of 10, if 10 is the highest and 0 is the lowest, how high would you put your faith when you're thinking about, okay, I'm praying for help and praying for my goals and dreams? And just by putting that down, you can ask for it to be pushed up even higher for you. Yep, we've got loads of 8s and 7s and 6s. Yeah. Brilliant. So you can pray right now, Archangel Faith, Archangel Michael, please help me to bring my faith up. Because I find as well with faith, sometimes it goes up and down. You know, it can be when you're thinking about manifesting your life purpose, it might be an 8. When you think about manifesting divine relationships or a supportive friend or a twin flame, it might be a 7 or a 5. And that's okay. You know, when you think about some other goals that you have, you might have lower faith than you do for others. And this isn't to compare you to anyone else. This isn't not a competition. We know that, right? But this is so that you're true to yourself and you can recognize, okay, my faith is quite low on this and I would like to boost it up a bit, please, angels. And that will happen, especially after this event. Yeah, it does go up and down, right? And depending on the day too, right? So she's going to help you restore your faith in any life area. Changes your perception from fear to love. And that's really important because there's a lot of fear around at the moment. And so sometimes we're wearing fear goggles on the days when we forget, you know, who we really are, on the days when you feel powerless or you feel pulled down by something. not only is your faith maybe go down, but your perception of yourself and the world changes. So she's amazing for changing your perception, to bringing it back to love. And I think we need that now more than ever for the whole world, because there's a lot of people seeing with the eyes of fear and the eyes of judgment and the eyes of control, and it's ego, right? And we want to change the perception to love, and everything starts with you. She brings strength to your sensitivity. So when you're sensitive, sometimes that can be one of those ego things where you feel powerless, like, oh, I'm weak, my energy is not strong enough. And it's not true. And so she helps you to bring strength to your sensitivity so that you feel protected and strong. You can follow that clear intuition, bringing about compassion for all of humanity, and helps you to surrender with faith to the higher plan for your life, so you don't get all controlling. So I love Archangel Faith, and as I said before, her one of her signs is a big fluffy blue feather. That's what she gave me today, and a shield, an image of a shield. And of course, our lovely Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael, his main aim is to protect you against fear and its effects, and also darkness, harm, danger of all kinds. So you call on him whenever you feel vulnerable, whenever you feel afraid, whenever you feel like you need protection. And his protection doesn't only come as a shield or as like being your bodyguard. Sometimes his protection comes as guidance. So he might tell you to walk away, make a phone call, get on that bus. Just pay attention to those strong, short and sharp instructions that come into your mind when you have asked for his help. It's very loud and clear guidance from Archangel Michael. He removes and transmutes, which means he transforms the lower energy. He takes it away and turns it into positive energy. So he has the power to do that with his sword of light, his flaming sword of light. They are both archangels of the first ray, which is the blue ray. It's like a neon, almost purple blue light, which we're using in the healing today. It gives you strength and power. So if someone said earlier that they feel drawn to their life purpose right now, and I know many of you are evolving in your purpose too, right? You might have gone from one-on-one service to training and teaching. You might be just transforming slightly, or you might be completely doing a pivot and going into a new career, a new segment of your life. So Archangel Michael's the one that is pushing you forward and giving you the courage to make those big changes. Sometimes there's changes you've got to make with you to make your purpose more effective. So it might be that you have to change location or change your diet. Those kind of strong nudges from within are Archangel Michael working with you. He's the angel of life purpose, and he's also the guardian angel of light workers. And of course, his sword is not just for chopping those cords. It's called the sword of truth. And both Faith and Michael work with your throat chakra and help you to speak your truth with love and with power, and to be who you really are, to be authentic, and to not be afraid of speaking up. And that, of course, puts you into your purpose more quickly, because it's your authenticity. Okay, so I'm just seeing if you've got any questions. So are you ready now to let go? I want to show you the ley line first, actually. This is just it's not the best image. I should have looked at how it came up in the screen, sorry. But if you just see that's the bottom part of England, from the tip right there in Cornwall, right where it looks like, I always think it looks like a pig with its front legs galloping. the front leg at the bottom, where that line begins. There are sacred sites all the way along there, like Avebury Circle, Glastonbury, St Michael's Tor, St Michael's Mount, where we went on our beautiful tour. Hi Lisa, who was also there. And where we visited these places that were devoted to Archangel Michael, some of them very, very ancient sites, or castles or buildings that have been put on even older sites. And you could feel and sense, sometimes very powerfully, even without dowsing and pendulums, you could feel the power of these places and the Mary and Michael line energy, how strong it was, and how it came to the surface sometimes. So I decided I'm going to do a live on this, a free one, on Monday. I'm going to talk a bit more about the sacred sites I visited, because a lot of you have asked me about this, but I don't want to take up your time in this. But what I discovered from this tour, one of the things that is relevant for today, is how it's so important to have the divine masculine and the divine energy, feminine energies balanced in our own lives. And I think as light workers, as so many of you are healers, light workers, givers, you just naturally give from the heart. Sometimes you're out of balance with your feminine energy because you have been giving. And that knocks you out of balance, and you need the energy to be equal in both sides. And that's what those ley lines and those sacred sites showed me time and time again. You have to let yourself receive, and you have to make sure that you're not out of balance with your masculine, masculine is active, giving, doing, right? It follows the guided action. It's protective. It's always moving in the world. And then the feminine is receptive, nurturing, creative, and it's the intuitive. So not saying that men aren't intuitive or women aren't active, because we've got both of those energies within us. This is about the divine energies flowing within us. So if you're always giving, you're going to create this inability to receive. So you might feel like the world isn't giving to you, or you feel like you're running out of energy, running out of money, running out of time. And you've got to look at, like, where am I out of balance? Where am I out of balance? And if you're always receiving, then you're going to be out of balance in that you're not taking action, you're not giving, you're not, and that can make you feel like life has slowed down, and that you're not attracting the right kind of things and people, because you're not taking that action step that the intuitive guidance is giving you, because you're a physical person, a spiritual person having a physical experience, and you need both of those energies. So that's what really came up for me, and I think that's why it's perfect that we're working with both of these archangels today, because they're teaching us the masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves, because we can't have one without the other. And I really think, how many people here are really like, you are Archangel Michael devotees, you love him, he's such an important aspect in your life. And it struck me on this journey that perhaps Archangel Michael is so popular, especially at the moment, and has always been, obviously, from these ancient sites, because it's the divine masculine that we're craving, right? We're done with that toxic masculine energy of control and, I'm better than you kind of competitive energy, and being strong without sensitivity. That's when abuse can happen. We're not talking about men and women here, we're talking about the energies. The abuse can happen because we're not listening to our intuition, right? There couldn't be the pollution and all of the out of balance things in our world if we were really listening to our intuition. So, and if we haven't got that divine feminine energy balancing us, so we're attracted to the Archangel Michael energy because it brings us that strength, power, and love. And of course, he always comes with Archangel Faith with him, because this isn't a love relationship. This is another aspect of the divine. This is his feminine counterpart. So he brings that balance to you, Okay, so I would love now to do the guided soul journey to connect with these archangels and to bring this balance back into your life and help you to release that which is no longer serving you, release those cords and lower energies. So if you want to make yourself comfortable and get into a meditative state, it's so lovely to be here with you all. And of course, at the end, I'll definitely answer any questions that you have and talk a bit more, but I know that you're here for the healing, and I don't want to go over this time. So we're going to prepare to connect with Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith and receive an attunement to their energies and receive the healing and let go of some of those cords that you know you have and some that you don't know that you have. I thought this was such a beautiful image for us to use today. And really pay attention to what comes up for you during this session and what, how these two divine masculine and feminine energies are playing out and showing up in your life, and where and how you can bring more balance. You know, do you need more receiving? Do you need to put more action in? Do you need more protection, more strength with your sensitivity, or to focus more on your intuition and opening up that? You'll be definitely getting a lot of that guidance, and who you feel more attracted to at this time, like Michael or Faith. Okay. I'll send everybody this image later in the replay. So taking a deep breath and making yourself comfortable, make sure that you turn off distractions and make sure you're not scrolling while you do this, so that you fully receive all of the healing that you're going to get today. The guided soul journey with the archangels is an intensive healing, and it's something that needs your full focus. You're likely to feel sensations or even see, hear, sense the angels and the energy that is leaving you. And all you need to do is breathe and receive. This is a totally receptive healing. And notice what comes in for you. The more open you are, the more you get yourself out of the way, the more intensive the healing will be. Now reconnect with that divine source energy streaming down from above your head and surrounding your body from head to toe. As you breathe, I want you to release any anxiety that you're feeling, any tension or resistance that might have come up. And taking deep breaths. And following the source energy from your crown chakra as it travels through your body. And focusing now on your head, your face, the back of your head. And breathing and feeling the light flowing into your body. And relaxing, feeling the muscles around your head, your eyes, your mouth, your jaw, softening and relaxing as your whole body is filled up with this divine light. Feel the relaxation traveling down into your throat and your neck, softening the muscles, feeling them going looser and limper as the light travels across your shoulders and down into your arms. Feeling your arms warming and growing heavier, and feeling the light traveling from the tip of your shoulders to the tips of your fingers and your thumbs. Feel the energy activating in the palm of each hand as your hand chakras are energized and cleansed. Your guardian angels are wrapping you in soft, gentle golden light as you receive the source energy. You're going deeper within. The energy flows now into your chest and your upper back, softening the muscles, clearing and releasing any tension, any resistance, any hardness. And the angels are getting you ready to meet with Archangel Faith and Archangel Michael. As the soft light travels down into your stomach, softening the muscles around your waist, your solar plexus, your middle back, your lower back, and your abdomen. Letting go now, feeling the light traveling into your hips, softening the muscles, loosening the muscles, and any tension you're holding there. Feel the relief as the energy flows into your legs. Your guardian angels are cocooning you in this soft blanket of golden light, asking you to relax and let go, to gently slide any defensiveness out of the way. The light is softening and traveling down each leg, into your feet and your toes. And your whole body is relaxed and filled with light. You perceive that you are surrounded now by guardian angels, a beautiful circle of angels with their wings held outward. And your guardian angels either side of you, comforting you, supporting you. You feel yourself being lifted upwards as you are taken to the temple of Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith. You can let go completely and allow yourself to be carried upwards. Traveling upwards is symbolic of raising your consciousness, as you must do, to connect with the archangels for this intensive, powerful, and loving healing. The circle of angels remains around you as they support your journey up through the ethers. You're completely at ease and safe. As you travel upwards, you find yourself traveling through a layer of cloud. The cloud is a beautiful bright red, sparkling with golden orbs. As the guardian angels lift you through this layer of cloud, you feel the red energy activating your base chakra, and you are bathed for a moment in red light. Still cocooned in the golden blanket, You breathe deeply into relaxation as you are lifted now upward and through a layer of orange cloud. Vibrant orange bathes your entire being, activating and opening your sacral chakra. You feel energized, supported, and loved. Enjoying the orange light, you are lifted again, gently being rocked as you go through a layer of golden yellow. You are now completely absorbed in yellow light, relaxing, feeling confidence in your journey and your decision to be part of this healing. Excitement as you travel upwards again through a layer of emerald green cloud. Completely bathed in emerald green light, you feel your heart opening. Your heart center is singing with joy, attuning to the angels around you. You feel you can breathe more deeply. And up again you go through a layer of bright blue with turquoise sparkles, bathing you in blue and activating your throat center, opening your throat. All restriction is left behind. You feel the energy in your throat chakra flowing like never before. And you're lifted to the indigo level. You are bathed in vibrant indigo blue. And your third eye and brow chakra are activated. You feel warmth between your eyebrows. Your psychic vision is switched on. And you are lifted again through a layer of pure white and silver. This purifying light activates your crown chakra. And the singing angels around you lift you upward onto a beautiful platform. The clouds are swirling like a mist around you. And you look around and find yourself on solid ground. Your guardian angels are still with you. And you can sense the circle of angels is accompanying you. Ahead is a huge blue doorway, ornate. Your guardian angel invites you to push through the door. And as you step through the doorway, you see ahead of you a path. At the end of the path are 3 steps. And at the top of the 3 steps are Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith. They have been waiting for you. You are moved along the path and take the steps one at a time, holding your intentions in your mind. You are greeted with big smiles And both archangels lead you to a beautiful, relaxed chair, draped with velvet, soft blankets and pillows. You recline onto the table, the chair. You're very comfortable. In front of you is a pedestal with a giant chalice and a huge blue flame dancing inside the golden chalice. The flame reaches up high, and there is a column of bright blue light. Archangel Michael steps forward and asks you to give to him anyone with whom you wish to cut cords. You'll have a chance to cut cords with all people, all situations where there has been fear. But first, the person that most comes to mind as you relax into the chair, Archangel Michael holds out the sword. Your guardian angels are still with you. He asks you to visualize the person or their name if you prefer. And give Archangel Michael permission to now sever the cord between you and this person. Notice how the cord is attached to your body and leads you to the other person's body and energy. He shows you the impact of this situation, this cord on your life. As you show willingness to release this forever, Archangel Michael now sweeps the sword across your body, severing this cord. Two guardian angels step forward. They take the cord and the vision and all of the accumulated energy attached to this situation. And as you breathe, they lift it up, remove it, and take it up and out, away from your emotional and physical grasp. As you breathe, you are releasing the fear and the other emotions. Breathe deeply. The deeper you breathe, the more intensive this healing will be. Breathe again. As this is your first cord, Archangel Michael is showing me that it is attached at multiple points. So he's going to go through the chakras one at a time and severing the cord. To your base chakra, where it's affected you on a level of feeling safe and secure in the world. At your sacral chakra, where this cord is affecting you and how you feel about yourself. At a solar plexus level, how it's taken away your power and your sense of having confidence. Breathe, please, as it is released from your heart chakra, where it may have caused you to close your heart down, or you feel unforgiveness and resentment, which are heavy emotions which hold you back. Breathe and release. Releasing from your throat chakra, where it's affected your trust of yourself and the world, and your ability to speak up. And releasing from your third eye, affecting your perspective and how you see yourself and others. Pulling away the traumatic memories and fears that this situation may have brought up for you. And now uprooting the cord from your crown chakra, where it may have affected your connection with yourself and with the divine. When you forget who you really are. And as these cords are pulled from you, they're being lifted upwards, taken out, and transmuted into that blue light. You're doing so well here. This is such a huge energy cord that's being lifted. Now Archangel Michael is asking for any cords that you need to release, which have brought up feelings of guilt, shame, that you're carrying with you at this time. So you may or may not know the source of these cords, but he's going to cut these for you right now if you just give him permission to release guilt and shame from your energy, mind, body. So taking a deep breath. Willing to release guilt and shame, and notice who or what comes up when you think of this. This is an interactive healing. Your energy has been primed to release this right now. I'm seeing for some of you, the guilt is sitting very heavily in your stomach area, where Archangel Michael is severing the cord. And for other people, the guilt is creating tension in your shoulders, neck, and even in your head, where you have heavy thoughts. So releasing and breathing. And sometimes you feel guilt because you've been through a tough time. You feel like it's your fault that you got yourself into a difficult situation, but the angels want you to release that now and forgive yourself. To take only the lessons and the love and let the rest go. You don't need this heavy energy in your field. That's very good, as we're lifting that guilt energy. Now you're being asked to release cords of trauma. So we're working with the main cords first, and then we're going to go through the lesser cords afterwards. So releasing trauma from relationships or the effects of relationships. So if anything or anyone comes to mind, just visualize them, imagine them inside a bubble floating a distance in front of you. Archangel Michael, I am now willing to release the energy of trauma and how it affects me in this lifetime and other lifetimes. And just let him know you're ready to release and breathe. And we're now clearing trauma. And again, he'll work on the relevant chakras. Like any relationship, known or unknown, conscious or unconscious, where you have experienced a trauma that is repeating and creating a pattern for you, is now being lifted. And breathe. If you feel energy shifts, if you feel emotional, just allow yourself to feel it. That will pass as the cord is severed and released. This is powerful healing for you. And the angels are placing these cords and all of the energies associated into that blue flame, where it is being completely transmuted and removed. I'm hearing all of those cords popping in my ears as you are letting go. So you're doing a good job. And sometimes those cords are not cut, but they are pulled like weeds being pulled out of the ground. And you just need to breathe deeply to let those go. Releasing all trauma. And if there's other people that are involved in that trauma, you can release your cords to them too. And that is going to help you to let go of the whole situation. And as we do that, Archangel Michael's moving my attention to your third eye. And trauma repeats in the third eye, like a mini movie playing over and over again. You might hear it, you might see it, you might dream it. And so allowing him now to pull that energy of trauma out of your third eye from relationships, past and present. And what that does is it takes away the movie so that you're no longer replaying and thickening those cords over time. You're letting it go with full faith that the archangels are doing exactly what you need to do. And Archangel Faith comes forward and she begins to pour divine healing energy, her loving, compassionate energy into your energy centers where the cords have been severed. Replacing all of this fear with faith, with peace, with healing, and with love. So take a few moments to rest and receive. There's nothing for you to do here, just receive. Allow yourself to be filled up with this beautiful energy from Archangel Faith. And all of that heavy energy is being burnt off, released, and transmuted. We're now allowing Archangel Michael, and he's moving along the back of you. So from the top of your head all the way down to the back of your feet. And he's releasing and severing cords that are from the collective. So this might be energy that you don't even know that you've corded to. And it isn't to create fear for you. This is a cleansing, a clearing. It might be that you've done a lot of healing in your astral and your dreams. It might be that you're a healer in physical and you've got cords to some of the people that you've healed. It might be on a bigger level where you've picked up cords from teaching or just being on social media. And it's where you've helped people knowingly or unknowingly. So this is a big clearing for you as light workers, just breathing. And it doesn't matter if you're not a healer or a teacher. You don't know how much your light helps in the world. But we're going to sever some of the fear that's come from that, or the insecurity, or the way people have corded to you. This is going to be a big relief. So just allowing now Archangel Michael to cut cords of neediness, insecurity, and fear from collective mass consciousness, from anyone known or unknown. And as those cords are swept away, it's like a lawnmower going down the back of your body, all these little cords. And Archangel Faith comes in and she puts beautiful healing light in the form of this very pale blue down the back of your body. And then she's placing a gorgeous shield made of light, so that is going to repel any fear energy that comes at you. And it's a shield made of love. So you're not having to hide, you're not having to avoid, you're just being you in the world, shining your light. And now we're releasing cords from parental figures. This is first starting with male parental figures. So whether it's father, grandfather, foster father, adopted father, any parental father figures that you have had in this lifetime. Cutting any cords of fear that can come up from any relationship. It's no shame, it's not negative, it's just can be just part of life. Releasing any cords to father figures. Breathe and release. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting these cords and transmuting them to the light. Keeping only the love and the blessings. You're doing very well as we release now cords to mother figures, maternal figures, cords of fear, sadness, grief, resentment. Breathe and release as Archangel Michael sweeps his sword down your body, leaving only the love. Some of these cords are thicker than others, and just breathing, the angels are working with you. And I'm seeing a lot of throat chakra energy here with the mother-father energy. So releasing any way that you may have been afraid to be yourself or speak your truth, or trust yourself. Remember, our parents and authority figures are humans too, with their own fears. You're being bathed in glorious gold and blue light right now to heal and refill these areas where the cords have been taken. And now releasing relationships, love relationships, romantic relationships, husband, partner, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. So severing cords now to past relationships. And if any particular one or two come to mind, you can put those in a bubble, give them to Archangel Michael, and get special attention with cutting those cords. But he's severing through any past pain, heartache, heartbreak, grief, betrayal, guilt, anger and resentment, shame. Unrequited love, sadness. And as you release those cords, you're freeing yourself from the pain and the suffering, and you're allowing yourself to receive the wisdom that you were supposed to get from those situations. and to let go and be free. Releasing heavy conflict, any abuse and trauma. And the band of mercy angels have come in and they're carrying all of this heavy energy out and away from you. And if there's any part of you that feels like you need to hold on, that you need to keep those painful situations close to you for some reason, or that you don't want to forgive because you're afraid that will make you unsafe or fearful in some way, just allow yourself right now to have faith that by letting go, you are more likely to heal and have more happiness than if you hold on. So there's just that little bit of our ego that wants to hold on. So breathing and releasing the need to hold on, the need to keep repeating the pattern or the fear. The need to be heard, or for someone to believe you or to understand you because of that pain. And if there's action to be taken, you'll be guided. We're just taking that heaviness so that you, beautiful soul, do not have to carry that anymore. You don't need to be energetically linked to those people and situations that hurt you. You don't need to be reminded of it. You need to be free to receive love and to live your purpose and shine your light. And now Archangel Michael is showing me that it's time to let go of thoughts. And these are cords to yourself. Thoughts of not being adequate, not being good enough. Thoughts of being somehow wrong or lacking. Low self-esteem, low self-worth. Just putting all of that, imagining that you can just put it all into a big basket and drop it into the blue flame. Severing all cords of unforgiveness, judgment and criticism of self. Remember, you're changing your perspective of who you are. You're seeing yourself through the eyes of love, not fear. And now we are releasing the energy cords from other family members. So this is siblings, starting out with siblings or cousins. Breathe and release. Children, nieces and nephews, stepchildren and grandchildren. Lots of worry energy here with the children. So allowing the cords of worry to be severed. Worry isn't protective. It just creates more to worry about. So allow yourself to have faith. As you cut these cords, it's being replaced with faith. I'm willing to release my cords of worry. Worst case scenarios. Feeling rejected. Feeling guilty again. All around your heart. This is all around your heart. Releasing the other family members, like aunties, uncles, in-laws, Anyone else that I haven't mentioned, but you know you need to cut cords with from your family. I'm feeling so much energy around the chest and throat right now. So that's where it's all going from. And we might have a few ego battles. So anyone that you feel is in competition with you, you know, it might be a sibling, it might be a cousin, it could be an in-law or a friend even that feels like always competitive with you. You're always comparing yourself, or you have that little feeling of not being quite at ease. Cutting the cords from the solar plexus. You're going to get a lot of insights from today. Cutting cords with friends, ex-friends, current friends. Anywhere there's been an ego energy or a sense of betrayal, sadness, insecurity, control. And now we're moving to colleagues and work cords. So these can be bosses, past and present. Having a full cleanse here, and work colleagues, acquaintances, clients, students, colleagues, peers. I'm feeling a lot of this coming from your shoulders and arms. So this can be you carrying. It could also be you feeling you have to always involve everybody, but there's a weight around the shoulders and arms. So just letting go of that sense of over responsibility, over giving. Remember that you're coming back into balance. You're going to feel so much lighter right now. And as Archangel Michael continues to work with you, severing cords that are known or unknown, we're going to move to now releasing energy that you have absorbed. And this can be knowingly that you've tried to heal, or you've tried to take energy from people in a loving way. I want to carry that for you. And it can be unknown that you've just empathically soaked up. It can be people you've been around recently or long ago. So I want you to take a deep breath and just say, I am now willing to release all energy I am carrying on behalf of others. And I now give it to Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith to take care of. And if it's heavy, unhealed, or toxic energy, I now transmute it to the light. So just set that intention to release that from your body, mind, and energy field. And take a deep breath, and all of this energy is going to lift from you as if it's like mist lifting from a lake. It's literally going to leave you in wisps of energy as the archangels support you right now. And this can be the pain that you've wanted to take. It can be illness. It can be negative thoughts that you have tried to carry as burdens for other people. And it's not, you are a healer, but you're not supposed to carry these burdens. You can give them to God and the angels, and they will carry them for you. You can do it through prayer, but you aren't supposed to receive the pain of others in your body. And this is a big part of what we're healing today for you. Breathe and release. You are a sacred being of light and love. You are a channel for the angels, for the divine source energy. And you deserve to keep your channel clear and to receive love and healing and blessings for yourself, which you cannot do if you're burdened. And as you are lifting now your vibration to receive on a higher level, you are going to be able to give on a higher level. And this is where the angels will use you as their channel on earth in beautiful ways. Maybe it's just giving a gift to another person, and it's a few words that you say of love, or it's just by being a light and an example. So as you release these heavy energies being lifted from you, you're going to feel better in your digestion, in your mind, in your thoughts. In every single way, you're going to feel lighter, brighter, and more positive, and you're going to have a positive impact on the world. And you're going to have more space in your energy field. And now Archangel Michael and Archangel Faith stand either side of you with their hands open towards you, channeling their healing blue energy to you. And this is going to remove any remaining residual energy of fear from relationships. And you are inside right now a channel or a tunnel of electric blue light. And that electric blue light is traveling upwards. So it looks like it's gently washing you and removing the energy and taking it up to source. So as you receive that, we are releasing the energy of criticism and judgment, harsh words that have been sent to you. Releasing any entity energy, which is just accumulation of negative thoughts, but we all have them. Even when we try our best, we all have down days. So releasing negative thoughts, releasing anything that does not serve your purpose or your highest good or your joy right now on earth. This is going through your chakras, your aura, your body, and your energy. We're releasing any blocks from your intuition, from your psychic centers, so that the angels can communicate more loudly, more clearly with you. And we're releasing energetic blindfolds and perspectives that you may have absorbed or taken on of a negative perspective of anything, yourself or others or the world. Any limitation that you've been seeing, or anything where you've just been hurt by a person's view of you, that is now being removed from your physical eyes and your third eye. And Archangel Faith is stepping into the channel of blue with you, and she's holding her hand over your heart. And as she does so, she's creating this beautiful lilac and gold energy shield around your heart, where it will filter out pain and negativity, but it will not close you down. And that's what's important. We are releasing anything that has closed you down, because there are big things coming for you and big positive experiences. And you want to be able to receive them, and your heart is the receptive chakra. So think about, what would you like to receive? What would you like to attract? As Faith is working to create this shield of faith and receptivity and protection around you, let her know what you want to receive. Beautiful. And she's placing that lilac energy into your third eye as well. It's going to help you have a vision. And as she stands with you and in your field, with this shield of faith, she is now attuning you to full and complete faith. And this isn't blind faith. This isn't just pretending or holding faith but not doing anything about it. This is receiving the faith, knowing that you are safe and protected, that you can attract and magnetize what you want in life, that you are powerful, that you are supported, loved, and guided and protected, and that the divine is the source of your good. And now Archangel Michael steps also into the blue light with you. And he holds the sword of light in front of your body, pointing upwards. As this sword of truth and light is imprinted into your energetic field. And you can now ask Archangel Michael to be with you as a guardian angel on a daily basis and to help you with your purpose, but also to help you with having loving, peaceful, harmonious relationships that bless you and bless the other person, linking you and attracting you to people who enhance and uplift your life as you do theirs. And purifying your existing relationships so that you communicate on a level of the heart. And both Archangel Faith and Michael remain with you if you so wish. So all that is not love, all that is not divine love has now been released, removed, and transmuted. And so in this energy of divine love, you can now ask for guidance. So if you need guidance in any area of your life, Archangel Michael, Archangel Faith, please give me guidance about, be specific, creating a divine love relationship, manifesting my life purpose, my next steps with my career, whatever it is, be specific. Ask for loud and clear signs and guidance that you cannot miss. You may be given a word, a sign, a symbol, an object. You will be supported in manifesting the next steps. And I just want you to focus on your heart center right now. I want you to make the light from your heart radiate outwards in front of you, behind you, either side of you, above and below. Just seeing this bright light expanding out And I want you to see there are people standing around you, new people coming into your life and existing loved ones, perhaps even some of your crossed over loved ones. And they are all shining their heart light openly and lovingly to you. And as you send your heart light outwards, just imagine it wrapping around the world and switching on the hearts of everyone, sending the healing that we have created today out into the world so that other people can receive divine love and let go of their defenses, their fears, their heartbreak. And then make that very light. You're not trying to make anything happen. You're just shining your light. That's all you need to do, because that will magnetize the right people and situations to you. There's so much love right now. I can feel it. And I just want you now to then send that love to the angels and to the divine, whatever your vision of the divine is, God, the universe, the divine presence, the intelligence, the love, the source of all that is. Because we need to make sure that that relationship is strong and heart-centered as well. And the more you give with love, the more it comes back to you if you let yourself receive it. And I want you to imagine that you're standing at some special sacred place. It doesn't matter if you've been there or not, or whether it's just a special place to you or a well-known sacred site. Just put your feet, imagine yourself standing with your heart open, surrounded with angels, and your connection with the divine so strong at a sacred place that's meaningful for you. And feel those male and female divine energies weaving around you and connecting to you. And if you pulse that love into that sacred land, you're sending it through those energy lines, which is the connection between heaven and earth in these sacred portals. You can feel how we're all connecting right now through those energy lines from wherever we are, sending love right back at you. And I want you to notice that your beautiful wings have spread out from your shoulders, that with the light and your heart open and the heaviness gone, you're able to see your own angel wings. Spread them out wide and strong. And I just want you to place your hands over your heart and send yourself some love for all that you do, all that you are, all that you've been through, and all that is to come. And that your path is only paved by, supported by love. And love yourself, the wholeness of who you are. And faith will guide you every step of the way. And the angels will now wrap you in the beautiful cloak of blue. Archangel Michael, you are protected. Your energy is healed, but you can keep healing with this blue energy around you. And what it does is it deflects any fears. So this will help you to remain open, but have this beautiful shield around you that is made of love. So as you are wrapped in this blue shield and in the cloak of blue with Archangel Michael, and we thank the archangels and the angels for everything that they have given us today. And you find yourself fully grounded and gently, gently being brought back into your body. And just take it very slow as you feel the angels carrying you back and nurturing you. You've gone through a really major healing. You've let go of so much. And you know, the angels often show me this image of you being wrapped in a robe, like the Queen of England wears, like something that goes over the shoulders and is tied at the neck, and then being placed a large crown. And it's their way of saying, we admire you, we revere you, we love you, and we respect you for being a spiritual being, having a physical earthly experience. And they're showing me that right now, that they are really admiring you for what you do and what you've gone through and what you're here to do. And your purpose is revealed to you one step at a time, and you just have to trust and move forward. So as you're brought back into your body, just connect in with those energetic tree roots, you know, feel the energy root coming from your base chakra, going into the earth, into the underneath your feet, and connecting and wrapping around that big crystal that's got your name on it in the center of the earth. Take some deep cleansing breaths and have a drink of water if you have one nearby. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know that went a little bit over time, but there was more to do than I thought. I want to thank you so much. This was such a beautiful connection, and I appreciate everybody here. Make sure you're grounded, and you know, if you have trouble grounding, drinking water, big deep breaths, and after we finish, go outside and put your feet on the grass, or if you can't do that, just sit by an open window and take a few deep breaths. Sometimes grounding visually is a good idea, but sometimes we just have to physically do something to bring ourselves back into our body. I would love to know your experiences and how you felt about that. And I'd love to know where you went in the world with your sacred site as well. That one nearly brought me to tears, I can tell you, when you all went there. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to you and to the archangels, Michael and Faith. I'll be sending you the slides, so you'll be able to review some of this. You'll get the replay, and you'll get an audio of the replay, so you'll be able to play it again if you want to, as often as you want. You can even play it in the background while you're doing other things, and you'll feel it will have a cleansing effect on you. I want to quickly mention that I do these every month. And if you feel drawn, you can come to any of them or all of them. And the next one, you have an early bird invitation. So you get an early bird price for the next few days if you want to book into the next one, which is just on the solstice in June. And this one's our guardian angels. And this is a blessing for the solstice. There's going to be a lot of healing, and we're going to be talking about intuition and the third eye. For that one. So if you'd like to join, you'll get it for $10 cheaper if you book in before Tuesday. I have to mention that. And if you've got any questions, I will stick around for a few minutes if you do want to ask anything. You're so welcome. Erica received a crown from Archangel Faith when she was placing her hands over your heart. There you go. I love it when you get what's coming before it comes, right? Because we know we're in alignment. You're all so welcome. If you feel guided, please drop me a review, or you can do it on Google, or you can do it on my website or anywhere. I really appreciate it, and it helps other people understand what they're in for with these things. Thanks, Jodie. So I'm sending you lots of love and appreciation. I do know that some of you have to go, so thank you, and see you next month. It's only a few weeks away, 4 weeks away, I think, for the 17th of June for the solstice guardian angel attunement. Now